Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. I am so excited to go ahead and try the new Cover FX Power Play Concealer, and I have been hearing so many good things about it, and I'm finally decided to go ahead and pick it up yesterday because Ulta is having their 20% off sale for their platinum members, I do think, and I did have some points, so I got this for about, let's see, $20, and this is originally $30, so I saved a lot of money, so I'm really happy about that. But I've been hearing so many good things about this concealer, and I heard that it's very full coverage, it stays on all day, and it's just like one of the best concealers out right now, so I want to go ahead and try it out for you guys. If you want to stick around and see how I feel about this concealer, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so first things first, I do want to read the claims about this concealer, and it does say it's a high performance, high coverage concealer that covers dark circles, redness, and imperfections with long-lasting wear. This weightless crease-proof formula brightens, smooths fine lines, and helps defend against pollution. So it has a lot of claims, so I'm gonna see how I feel about that. Now, I did go ahead and pick up the shade ND2, and honestly, this is a good problem to have. I was having such a hard time figuring out which concealer to pick because it was just so many different shades. I was just like, I can honestly wear all of them. But this is what it looks like right here, and I feel like it will brighten my under eyes. If it's too dark, I may go ahead and get a lighter color, but I do feel like this one is perfect. Now, when you go ahead and open it up, it is very, very different than what you see out there. The applicator has a ball point to it, and I feel like it will make it a little bit easier to go ahead and dot the concealer and then blend it out later. So I actually don't hate it, but I did hear some people say they didn't really like it, so I don't know yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and apply it on the face. One thing I do want to mention also is I thought this would be very, very small. I felt like you weren't getting a lot of product with this, but it has about, let's see, let me go ahead and check really quickly, 0.33 fluid ounces. So I'm not sure if that's about the same when it comes to concealers in the market right now, but I do feel like you get a lot of product in here. All right, so let me go ahead and dot it on the face just like so. I may need a little bit more product and just dot it everywhere. And I may just add a little bit more to my under eyes because that's where I want a lot of coverage. So I'm just gonna add a few more dots. Now, using my beauty blender, I'm gonna go ahead and blend everything on my face, and I usually wait for the under eyes to dry just a little bit more. That way I do get more coverage. So I'm just gonna start with my chin and see how I feel about that. And it's blending really nicely so far. I feel like this color is perfect. It's not too light. It does have a golden tone to it, which I kind of like for my skin tone, but that blended out really, really nicely. Now for the under eyes, I feel like this is the most important part and kind of like gives you an idea of how this blends. I'm really loving how it's blending so far. You don't really have to struggle at all. It just blends right into the skin. And this shade is also perfect because it's not too light. It's the perfect highlight for me. So did you guys just see how easy that blended into my skin? Like, I didn't have to work it into my skin or anything like that. It just went right into the skin. So far, I'm loving it. Y'all know when I get excited about stuff, I just start smiling because I can't help it. But this just blended really, really easily. Now, the concealer does say that it's a very full coverage concealer, but I can kind of still see my skin underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more to the under eyes because I want that area to be covered up because I really do have like dark circles in there, and just see if that makes a difference. So you can definitely go ahead and build this concealer up, but I don't think it's as full coverage as it claims. Alright, so looking up close, everything looks really good so far. This concealer is not heavy on the skin. Feels very lightweight, and it does have a little bit of coverage to it, so I think it looks really good on the skin. Now to set everything, I'm using my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. Y'all know how I feel about this. I love it so much. And then what I'm first gonna do is press it into my skin before I go ahead and bake. So I do feel like I applied a little bit too much powder, but it's too late right now to go ahead and change that. But I'm gonna go ahead and bake for about 10-15 minutes, and I'll be right back to see what it looks like once I go ahead and brush all the powder off. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I'm back to go ahead and remove all this powder off my face. I honestly applied way too much, but it's okay. So I'm gonna brush it off and see what it looks like. So now that I removed all the powder off my face, I'm gonna go ahead and see what it looks like up close. And everything looks really smooth and flawless so far. It's kind of hard to see everything come together because I look very crazy right now, I look ashy and whatnot. So what I'm gonna do is finish up the rest of my face off camera, and I'll be back with my final thoughts. I'm sure you guys know how I feel about this concealer, but I'll be back in a second. Alright, so really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my lip combo because I do know some people are going to ask. And it's the Anastasia Ashton liquid lipstick. Y'all know it's my favorite. And the NYX Brown lip liner. So with that being said, moving on to my final thoughts on the Cover FX concealer. I love it, y'all. Like, when I go ahead and do my makeup in front of all these lights, it's kind of hard to really see like what my makeup looks like. So I went ahead and did my makeup in front of natural light, and it just looks flawless. Like, it looks smooth. Like, there's no like situations going on. It just looks absolutely perfect. So I do recommend it. It is $30, but if you go ahead with all these sales coming up, you will save a little bit of money. And I do know the Sephora VIB sales coming up soon in November, I think. So it's like 15-20% off. So just wait for that and go ahead and save some money and get this concealer. But that's my final thoughts on it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe on your way out. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.